and welcome to Movie Buff's real-time trailer reactions. I'm your host, Cisco from Misfit Minded. Follow me at Rampage_Misfit and at Misfit_Minded on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all my movie pages.
And I'm Shani B, and you can find me on all the socials at It's Me, Shani B. Today, we are reviewing and reacting to the latest trailer for Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet and directed by
Timmy!
King. All right, I think you have it queued up, so let's do it.
I do. Here we go. Moment of truth. And just full disclosure, I have seen this ahead of time. One time, though.
That's okay.
So...
That's okay. We can't always control what somehow shows up on our TV occasionally.
Exactly. Or in the theater, it's, I'm not, what am I going to close my eyes or something?
No.
I've spent the past 7 years traveling the world perfecting my craft. You see, I'm something of a magician, inventor, and chocolate maker. So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
Mr. Wonka, I can see you're a man of great ingenuity.
What are you doing?
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like
course,
it? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane.
Many people have come here to sell chocolate. They've all been crushed by the chocolate cartel.
Big chocolate.
You can't get a shop without selling chocolate, and you can't sell chocolate without a shop.
No daydreaming.
What are we gonna do, Willie?
Huh.
Huh?
Huh.
A double huh?
Do you have a pencil and paper?
Uh-huh.
I got an idea. I know things haven't been easy for you.
He's good.
They're gonna get better.
You promise?
I pinky promise. That's the most solemn vow there is.
Where do we start?
A good chocolate chip is simple.
Where is this? It's just
Weird. What's happening? Who wants a chocolate that makes it fly?
Let's find out, shall we?
Who's for a hovercraft? Nothing to see here. Just a small group of people defying the laws of gravity.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery Gourmet, my name is Willy Wonka.
He's good. Too good. Pretty sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last 2 weeks. You could change her life, Mr. Wonka. Change all their lives. Run away!
Every good thing in this world started with a dream. So you hold on to yours.
Here we go, Mama. Mark my words, this is gonna be the greatest chocolate shop the world has ever seen.
Oh, man.
So you're the funny little man who's been following me.
I will have you know that I am a perfectly respectable
Holy
size
shit.
for an Oompa Loompa.
Number one now?
Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
Oh, look how they massacred my boy.
Shit, dude. Timothée, what are you? Oh, my sweet, sweet Timothée. He...
Okay, initial reactions and thoughts. Go ahead.
I mean, I wasn't really sure what to make of it. I have been curious since I heard that he was going to be playing Willy Wonka, and I don't think I was ever going to see this movie unless I saw this trailer and it looked like beyond amazing or something. But this trailer looks so bad, and it makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I feel gross. I don't know what to say. It seems disappointing. Ouch. Oh man. I feel very I'm at a loss for words, I'll be honest. I don't feel excited at all. I feel sad for Timothée, resembling like
Nothing.
Johnny Depp and James Franco in the weird years when they both were like when Depp was Willy Wonka that one time, and when fucking Franco was like, I'll be the Oz. What is happening?
Oh yeah.
Why do serious actors
I know.
do sometimes pick the weirdest children's IP?
Well, I think it's the producers that's what they're greenlighting, and so I don't really blame the actors necessarily for taking some of these jobs, because that's like all their, like, I don't know if you saw the story. I think it was in Variety
I
or
know
whatever.
about
Where they're
it.
talking about
I know all
the
about
Mattel universe.
I know about
Where
it.
they're just opening up the floodgates on, like, all these properties, and it's like,
Ugh.
"Oh, get ready for the Hot Wheels movie," and, oh,
Listen,
man,
I am here
it's
for
dark.
that. Like, I don't think that advertising art is like doesn't have a place in entertainment. I just mean, guys, there's
Yeah.
room for so much more, especially because Timothée is just ready. He can do so much more. This is such a random. This is an example of like recycling a kind of IP where I'm like, this one feels
Mhm.
like straws. Just because, like the Gene Wilder one, in my opinion, still holds up in terms of like what it's
One of my
actually
favorite
trying to
musicals.
say
Right.
about like
Yeah.
capitalism and parenting and all of that stuff. It's weird that they
Poverty,
keep
yeah.
trying to go back to this like it's gonna like it is a mission or like it is a franchise. It just doesn't feel like it is, but they won't leave it alone. And now we have a CG Oompa Loompa played by Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Mhm.
Shoot. I
Yeah,
know.
that made me the most depressed, I feel like, in this whole
He's
trailer
still
was
such a
just seeing
mensch
Hugh
for, like, hanging with the Paddington guy, but, like, dudes, when your friend is like,
Mm,
"Show up and ride on Wonka with me," I'm like, "Say no to him, you guys. Say no."
yeah. And I haven't seen the Paddington films. I know, like, that's a
They're
huge
pretty sweet.
blind spot, but yeah, because everyone thinks they're the greatest movies ever. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure those movies are great, but, like,
I just don't know
this one to
why.
me just feels like a big nothing. Like, I don't and why did they think I'm like you, when I found out he was gonna play Wonka, I was like, "That's not why." Like,
Exactly.
he does he doesn't have any of the whimsy or that charm that Gene Wilder has. I'm sorry, like, he's a talented actor, but he's a
It's
fuckboy. That's his
he's
energy.
also
He's he li gi
a total wimp, you guys. Like, his whole thing is,
and
like
not funny. Wonka has to be
and
funny and, like,
scary.
charming and yeah. And so he's got the scary part down a little bit because that's some creepy shit in there, but it was more like you said, like the Johnny Depp where it's like, "Oh, is this guy like a pedo?" Like,
That's what I
this
mean.
getting a pedo vibe.
He's too it's true. He has too much Franco in him for his own good, and it does
Yeah.
make him come off, like, weird and creepy. And again, like, why? What?
Just those line deliveries. "Oh, scratch that, down and then go up." And it's like, "Oh, jeez."
Like,
Like, they're not
I
serious.
can just
That was the best
imagine.
take.
Yeah, I can just
That was the best
imagine, like,
take.
years later, him speaking with a therapist and just being like, "It took me
Speaking
years
to
to
the
live this
public.
movie down," like, 'cause
This could be like the George Clooney Batman, debacle where he like years down the road he's like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done Wonka."
well, and it's that thing where, like, you can't know when you're an actor, but you'd hope that there'd be a better, like, cue about it, you know? Like, Pattinson had to do Twilight to get into this party so he could make great independent movies with auteurs. And I feel like Chalamet's earned the goodwill, so I understand the idea of, like, let me go grab some sort of, like, big property that comes with a big check, but it's like, you have so much respect. This is like a Chloe Zhao situation. They should be saying you choose, and you should be choosing something that like works for you.
Yeah, and this is my least favorite type of like IP where it's like you get to see how Willy became Wonka. It's like I don't give a fuck, okay? Like,
Yeah, if
I
I fucking
honestly
cared,
could
right?
care couldn't care less about how Willy became this madman chocolatier. Like, I
Nope.
don't I have Willy like, that's part of why he's scary in that original one. You're like, "Is this guy a psycho or something? Or
Yes,
is he just like, kids are, like, disappearing, and this guy is just like, well, on to the next
that's
thing." Like,
right.
are they gonna address that? And I think ideally, this is me playing devil's advocate optimist here.
Okay.
If they do the Cruella formula, I thought Cruella did this as well as you probably could
Yeah,
do
as
this type of
possible at
thing,
all. Totally.
where it's like it's a prequel, but like really does its own thing with the fashion like storyline and bringing in like an even bigger asshole like compared to Cruella and like yeah, she's a dog killer like
Exactly.
catcher, but at the same time they made like a decent movie out of it, where I was like, I saw it in the theater and I was like, yeah, and we reviewed it at the time and I thought it was pretty cool. But the trailer, if we're reacting to the trailer, this is a bad trailer. Does not make me want to go see it.
No.
And I think it's just, I mean, like, it's embarrassing, honestly, that they put this out thinking like this was like gonna get people like, I don't know. This was like
yeah.
dumpster fire, evacuate this project type of level for me, where it's like nothing
Seriously.
about this is working.
Yeah, like with this trailer does not tell me, cannot even give me the slightest clue as to what this story is, which is never a good sign. So in many
Mhm.
ways, I think
Isn't Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of that too? Like they try to do his backstory. I've only seen that movie
I don't
once,
know, because I
so
did
I don't
not
remember.
like it as a kid
I
at
didn't
all.
either.
So, when people try to show and we're like, "Oh, get ready for this," I was like, "I get this the fuck out of here." I'm trying to watch
21st
Lacey
century Tim Burton
Adams. No.
is really tough
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not so educated on the IP, but it does seem like this is a weird one that they
Yeah.
keep going back to, and this trailer does not make me want to see it. And I feel like if people are like, should I go see that? Even if I don't see it, I'll probably be like, I think you're probably good.
Yeah.
I'll be
I'm trying to think how you would
shocked.
even tackle that. Why not do it like again, just spitballing ideas here as an executive, putting my executive
Let's
hat
go.
on. Why not do Charlie grown up and he is the head of Wonka factory now, and how is that going?
Let's go. Christopher
That
Nolan is on line one. Are you ready to take the meeting? He's
I
here.
mean, like,
He's looking for his next
okay, that
project.
not to take away from the mystique of that ending, but it's like I feel like that's a natural progression of the story or something. But like
It
to
seems like
try
he's
and do Wonka's backstory, it's like I hate when they try and over explain shit. I didn't need a Solo
nope,
prequel. I don't need any of
nope.
these. I don't.
No, they're drawing at
Solo's
straws.
cool because it's Harrison Ford. I don't need to know exactly what he did before
No,
Harrison Ford was there.
that's right. That's right. It is, and especially
So,
because I already know what River Phoenix has my back on those things, right? Like in
mhm.
all these franchises, there is kind of connective tissue, and for Wonka, there's no way to do it. They've never been able to actually have a connective tissue that isn't just like, see who's going to play Wonka this time, which I guess is sort of what Batman was until, Christian Bale like really held it down again after like Keaton started being like, let's get this
Oh,
on the
oh,
ground. Yeah.
I just thought of another good idea.
Mm,
Executive hat is on very strong
let's
right now.
go.
Okay. You know who I would have cast if we were doing this Wonka movie? Who I would have cast as Wonka?
Let's hear it.
Charlie Day
Whoa.
from Always Sunny.
Wow. Okay. I've got 3 arts on the line. Let's take wow.
I mean, the day man in Always Sunny, he has the top hat. He's basically doing
Baby boy
Wonka. I mean,
was
come
me,
on.
dog. That little baby boy was me. He says in the end of Dayman the musical
Yeah.
or Nightman the musical. Wow. That would
That's the
actually be
type of
pretty
like
awesome.
whimsy, crazy, off kilter energy you need for Wonka, not
Well,
Timotei.
especially
That's not what we need.
yeah, because we need a fresh new interpretation if we're gonna keep some of these properties alive, like, for real.
I know Charlie. I know again. This is probably it wouldn't have gotten made with. He's not a big enough name, but I'm just like that's a.
Mm,
I think it's a better casting
he
choice,
should've yeah, and
100%.
it
Like
would've been
than
better. I know it's not
yeah.
yeah, these kids' movies. I'm glad we did this, and I'm excited to watch, one of the I'm excited for the next thing, but
This is one where one of my uncles or something will take their kids to see it, and I'll ask them how it is. But I'm not seeing this in theaters.
no.
100%.
No. Yeah, the kids' movies are interesting. I'm interested to keep watching these trailers because the difference between when we watch these auteur directors' trailers and we see the work that they've put ahead of us, it's like we can take it so seriously. And this trailer is a good reminder of how, like, sometimes a trailer reminds you, like, why art is frustrating when, like, it has to be monetized. And kids' movies are always, like, rife for that kind of superficial, two-dimensional
Mm,
IP
yeah.
cash grab. So I don't think I'll skip this one, but if I see it, maybe we'll review it. We'll see. Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts before we get out of here
No,
then?
I'm clear.
Think we're good. Yeah. All right, that wraps it up for us, guys. Thank you for listening to Movie Buffs Real Time Trailer Reaction to Wonka.
Yes. So you never miss a rep. Follow the Buffs on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at We Stay Buff. Take us on a ride and subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Spotify. And please leave a positive review. 5 stars. is the dream. And of course, you can follow me personally at personally on the socials at It's Me, Shani B.
You can follow me on Twitter at rampage_misfit, and my movie page is at misfit_minded on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope to catch you next time on Movie Buffs Real Time Trailer Reactions. Stay buff.
Nice.